Good evening. Good evening and welcome to our ring ceremony. My name is Bill Dean. I am the President and CEO of the Alumni Association, and on behalf of the Texas Tech Alumni Association and Texas Tech University, I'd like to welcome you to our ring ceremony. Now, this is the first of 4 of these, and we've expanded to 4 to alleviate the crowded conditions. How's that working out? This won't help very much, but I'd like to ask, if you are a ring recipient in the first sections up here, would you please move over and fill in any empty seat on your right-hand side in these 4 sections. If you just scoot over a little bit. No, don't cross the aisle. There you go. Okay. There now are a few empty seats. For those of you who are standing and would like to come and have a seat, you'd be welcome to do that. I apologize for the fact that some of you are going to have to stand. But there are empty seats on the end of each of these rows. The only thing is you can't get up and get a ring when the time comes. This ring ceremony has become a major tradition at our university, and we think it's an experience, we hope it's an experience that you will long remember, because we are celebrating your academic achievement at this university. And when you look at the ring tonight, in the future, hopefully it will recall many pleasant experiences. Now, I teach here, and I'm fully aware that not every experience that you've had has been pleasant. There are ups and downs to life. So let me share this letter with you. Apologies to anyone that has had my class and heard this. This is a letter a Texas Tech student wrote to her parents shortly, well, not shortly, but after arriving. And she says, "Dear Mother and Dad, since I left for college, I've been remiss in writing, and I'm sorry for not having written before, but I want to bring you up to date. I'm getting along pretty well. The skull fracture and the concussion I got when I jumped out the window of my residence hall when it caught on fire shortly after my arrival is pretty well healed. I only spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and I can almost see normally now, and I only get sick headaches once a day. Fortunately, the fire at the residence hall and my jump was witnessed by an attendant at a local gas station. And he's the one who called the fire department and the ambulance. And he's also visited me in the hospital. And since I have nowhere to live because of the burned out dormitory, he's offered to share his room with me. It's actually a basement room, but it's pretty cute. He is a very fine boy, and we've fallen deeply in love. And we're planning to get married. We haven't set the date yet, but it will be before my pregnancy begins to show. Yes, I'm pregnant, and I know how much you're looking forward to being grandparents. And I know you'll welcome the baby and give it the same love and tender care and devotion that you gave me when I was a child. The reason for the delay in our marriage is that my boyfriend has a minor infection, and that prevents us from passing our premarital blood test. And I've carelessly caught it from him. But I know you'll welcome him into the family. He's very kind, not well educated, but very ambitious. Now that I brought you up to date, let me tell you, there was no fire. I did not have a concussion or a skull fracture. I'm not in the hospital. I'm not pregnant. I'm not engaged. I'm not infected. There is no boyfriend. However, I'm going to make a D in history and an F in chemistry. It's all relative, isn't it? Again, we hope that that this ring will bring back many good memories of Texas Tech. Maybe special professors who caused you perhaps to stretch farther than you thought you could. Maybe the run our basketball team made this last year to the Elite Eight, which is a far cry from what you experienced the 3 years prior to that. The Carol of Lights, football weekends when you come on campus on Friday and see the Saddle Tramps have decorated Will Rogers in red. Many special memories. In 1998, the Student Alumni Board, that's the group that greeted you and kind of got you seated and situated tonight, they did a market study to try to determine if Texas Tech students would embrace a single ring tradition. And the results were very positive. So they sat down then with the Student Government Association and designed the ring that you're going to receive tonight. And that ring will kind of explain and take you on a tour of that ring later on. But it's a ring that will not change. You earned the ring. You had to accumulate 75 hours to be eligible to be here tonight. We encourage you, when you put the ring on, to have the double T facing inward. On graduation day, President Skubinik will invite you to take the ring off and turn it around with the double T facing to the outside, symbolic of the fact that you are a graduate of this university. When you registered this evening, you also received a one-year membership in our Alumni Association. And Dr. Skubinik, through the President's office, is going to award every graduating senior from Texas Tech a free-year membership in the Alumni Association. So those of you who have two, those of you who have a ring will have two. We hope that you'll be a member for life. And we hope that you'll support your college for life, because that's really what it's all about. We hope that, you know, in our Matador song, it says, "Bear our banners." And that's what we hope all of you will do when you graduate, that you'll stay in touch with the university. The Alumni Association is a great way to do that. We hope that you will participate in whatever functions take place in the area where you live, and more than likely, wherever you go, there's going to be a Texas Tech group that you can get associated with and participate in the many activities that our local organizations have. We just encourage you to be a lifelong Red Raider. Let me introduce the participants in tonight's service. We're very pleased to have Texas Tech President Dr. Lawrence Skubinik. Dr. Skubinik will present you with a ring as you come across the stage, and there will be a photograph made of that. Please bring the card that you have with you when you come to the front. Chris Sneed is the director of our facilities here. He will read your names as you come across the stage. Dr. Alicia Wong is an associate dean and associate professor in the Honors College, and she will take you on kind of a tour of the ring once everyone has received their ring. Dr. Wong, by the way, just recently, last week, received a very prestigious award, the President's Academic Achievement Award. At the end of the roll is a saddle tramp, Zach Williams. His role will be explained as we get into the program. The Texas Tech Federal Credit Union is the official sponsor of this event, and they will present you with a replica class ring paperweight, courtesy of the credit union, as you exit the stage. I'd like to introduce Tyler Young from the credit union, who would like to make a remark.
Well, thank you for having us here tonight. It's an honor for us to be able to celebrate with you and just mark this accomplishment with you. As Dr. Dean talked about, I hope that this is a special night for you. If you look around the room, you're going to see family, friends, classmates, just people that have been part of your journey. And so we're excited to be a part of that as well. I do hope that when you look at your ring, you remember your time at Texas Tech and know that you are now part of this family, that your time at Tech may be coming to an end, but you get to continue to be a part of the great things that are happening here, and joining the Alumni Association is a way that you can do that. So when you look at your ring, just know that there's a legacy of Red Raiders that have gone before you, and you get to join that and be a part of that. So congratulations, and we're looking forward to having a gift for you when you walk across the stage. Congrats.
Also, as you exit the stage tonight, you'll be asked to sign a roll that every student who has participated in these ceremonies since they started has signed. We'd also ask you to follow the instructions that Dr. Wong gives you when she comes up to talk to you about the ring, and not get it out until she asks you to, and kind of go through the symbols that are on that ring. Let me introduce our marketing staff to you. Mandy Wiley is our Director of Affinity Merchandise. She's in charge of this event tonight. Christina Butler is the Vice President for Marketing. Laura Bixler is our Vice President for Membership, Director of Membership rather. Savannah Butler is our Student Alumni Board President. Tim Shore is right over here. Hold your hand up. Tim's a graduate of Texas Tech, but more importantly tonight, he is a representative of the Balfour Company. The Balfour Company manufactured your ring, and we obviously want you to be 100% satisfied with that ring. So if you have any questions or any concerns, once the ceremony is over, Tim will be right up here to address those questions and answer your questions and make sure everything is to your liking. Grad Images, as I said, will take a photograph of you receiving your ring from Dr. Skubinik. They're also available to take photographs around the building out by the outside where the sculpture is of the class ring. This time it's my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Lawrence Skubinik. Dr. Skubinik received his bachelor's degree from Phillips University in Oklahoma, his master's degree from Texas A&M, that's in South Texas, PhD in math from from Indiana. He's been at Texas Tech for 36 years. He served as chair of the Department of Math and Statistics. He was appointed interim dean, then the dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, your college. He was named the interim president of our university in August of 2012. Then he was the interim provost. Then he became provost in 2014, and he became our 17th president in July of 2016. Dr. Skubinik.
Thank you, Dr. Dean. So, students, I always appreciate the chance to be part of your ring ceremony, and I never cease to be impressed by the number of family members and friends who are here to support you at this moment. I think it says something about that family spirit at Texas Tech. Much has been said about becoming a member of that family already by Dr. Dean and Tyler. But what I would like to say to you students is think back to just how quickly these years have gone by. And you have still a little ways to go. So my encouragement to you is to take full advantage of the time you still have on this campus, academically, socially. If there are things here that you think could be better, you still have time to make a difference. When you leave this university, you'll be such an important part of its legacy. Those who have preceded you, the more than 220,000 alums, do as much to raise the reputation of this university as do our faculty and even our students. But you don't have to wait until you're a graduate to start to make that impact. So in the time you have left here, try to experience everything that Dr. Wong is going to refer to as she gives you that tour of the ring, things that Dr. Dean has already mentioned. And I look forward to you getting that degree. You're almost there. Make sure I'll see you in about 18 months or so, or less. Dr. Dean made a comment about being a lifelong member of the family. And I have to say, what does that really mean? Some people take a literal interpretation of that. About 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, we had our Length of Service Awards. So if you've been here 15 years as an employee, staff, or faculty, you get a little pin, 20, 25, and so on. And Dr. Dean was recognized for 55 years of employment at Texas Tech. Now, you don't have to work here for 55 years, but you can stay connected that long. And the last thing I will mention is, last night I saw a most amazing example about how graduates care about this school. I was in Fredericksburg, and we were having a fundraiser for scholarships for students there. Those students, because of family situations and other issues, can't come here, but they're able to get a degree through our campus there. And so we had an auction, another fundraiser to raise scholarships. And they began the auction. A gentleman stood up and took a glass of water off of his table and said, "What would you give me for this glass of water?" Started at $5, $20, $25. Somebody bought that glass of water for $1,000. And I was dry down there, but that's not going to solve the problem. But the point is, what did that really represent? Those are passionate Red Raider alumni who care about the school, but more importantly, making opportunities available for students. That's the kind of alumni group, that's the kind of family you'll be part of. So I look forward to the ways that you're going to add to the legacy of Texas Tech. Congratulations on what you've already accomplished.
How's everyone doing? Well, okay. Well, students, are you ready to get a ring? All right, parents, are you ready to get them a ring? You can clap, it's okay. Mandy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mr. President, are you ready?
Yes, Chris.
Okay. Hector Adame, El Paso. Andrew Aguirre, San Antonio. Alfonso Ayuth, Spring. Colin Alexander Acau, Dallas. Brittany Alexander, Crowley. Christopher Alvarado, Cotton Center. Adam Enciso, Idalou. McCall Anderson, Lubbock. Ross Anderson, San Antonio. Quentin Arindel, Friendswood. Fabiola Arzate, Denver City. Michael Avalar, Conroe. Aaron Baker, Seabrook. Brittany Barrett, Houston. Joshua Beatty, Friendswood. April Benavidez, Lubbock. Brianna Burdine, Cedar Hill. Victoria Blackman, Pearland. Jennifer Bonilla, Houston. Abigail Boudreau, Plano. Caitlin Boyle, Watauga. McKenna Braden, San Angelo. Ashley Brasino, El Paso. Houston. Devin Cade, Clint. Poonam Campos, Lubbock. Rinaldo Cancino, Lubbock. Vanessa Cantu, Elotes. Thomas Carlson, Conroe. Kelly Carter, Conroe. Gabby Casero, Dallas. Cade Castro, Midland. Jesse Castro, Las Vegas, Nevada. Zachary Castro, Houston. Guadalupe Chavez, Fort Worth. Maria Chavez, Fort Worth. Megan Chavez, Lubbock. Alexandra Shalou, Floresville. Harley Chisholm, Pflugerville. Janice Christoph, Lubbock. Carson Kahn, Cleveland. Kaylee Contreras, Sabinal. Tanner Cordova, Amarillo. Kaylee Korpman, Conroe. Vanessa Costilla, San Antonio. Garrett Crementi, Round Rock. Amy Daniel, Austin. Hans Davey, Idalou. Jordan De La Garza, San Antonio. Siri Deaton, Lago Vista. Carly Diver, Lytle. Brooke Dixon, Del Rio. Jacob Daughter, Manchac. Alyssa Dusseslager, Lexington. Olivia Elliott, Dalhart. Victor Esquivel, Mansfield. Taryn Estes, Rising Star. Corinne Farrell, Dripping Springs. Gabriela Flores, McAllen. Laura Fly, Lubbock. Michaela Fontaine, Longview. Caitlin Franco, Austin. Joseph Franco, Lockhart. Darian Gomez, Fort Worth. Angelo Gano, McAllen. Luis Garcia, College Station. Raimundo Garza. Raimundo Garcia, San Antonio. Anale Garza, Bernie. Chelsea Garza, Houston. Mark Garza, San Antonio. Rudy Garza, San Benito. Molly Gilmore, McKinney. Bradley Godwin, Aldi, Virginia. Stephanie Gomez, Leander. Osiel Gonzalez, San Benito. Paige Gonzalez, Houston. Timothy Gonzalez, Freehold, New Jersey. Megan Grisham, Houston. John Gross, Dumas. Ronald Grumbles Jr., Thrall. Carlos Guerrero. Carlos Guerrero, Van Horn. My apologies. David Hall, McKinney. Morgan Hargrave, Heath. Felisa Hatzenbuehler, San Antonio. Taylor Hawks, Richmond. Celeste Hernandez, Mesquite. Daniel Hernandez, Lubbock. Andrea Hinojosa, Lubbock. Michaela Hockenberry, Lubbock. Austin Hoffpower, Lubbock. Raquel Hubert, Killeen. Tyler Hudson, Lubbock. Celia Hunt, Carrollton. Carly Jackson, Royce City. Jada Jackson, Mesquite. Beatrice Jaimes, Houston. Delora Jones, Orange. Sean Justin, Round Rock. Samantha Keltner, Needville. Eric Kinnison, Highland Village. Courtney Kimmel, Fort Worth. Daniel Lay, Austin. Celia Leja, Houston. Kelsey Lemus, Brownsboro. Corey Looper, Houston. Eric Lopez, Mesquite. Liza Lopez, Corpus Christi. Adriana Loya, Muleshoe. Samuel Lozoya, San Antonio. Ajay Malone, Bakersfield, California. Maritza Martinez, El Paso. Parker Martinez, Amarillo. Moses Membrino, Harlingen. Tabitha Miller, Lubbock. Sage Mize. Kyle. Charles Mueller. Keller. Jack Mullen. League City. Maria Nahara, El Paso.
That was good.
Charles Neindorf, Fayetteville. Alexia Neri, Lubbock. Catherine Newton, New Braunfels. Marisa Nicasio, Anaheim, California. Vivian Nino, Pearland. Daniel Okoro Soko, Grand Prairie. Alexis Ortiz, El Campo. James Overbaugh, Cyprus. Raul Oviedo, Pearland. Diana Palacios, Houston. Onisha Paxton, Tucson, Arizona. Anissa Pena, Houston. Cynthia Perez, Amherst. Jessica Perez, Waxahachie. Sean Pinal, Houston. Abby Pursley, North Richmond Hills. Jacqueline Ramirez, Dallas. Riley Ray, Grayford. Justin Reed, Alvord. Aaron Rios, Big Spring. Antonio Rivera, Mesquite. Cassidy Riza, Clarendon. We love her too. Scott Robb, Littleton, Colorado. Brooke Robertson, Van Alstyne. Here we go. Eloy Rodriguez, Houston. Nora Rodriguez, Hereford. Jackson Rogers, White Deer. Marissa Rojo, The Colony. John Romero, Austin. Nellie Rubio, Garland. Kathleen Sandoval, Dallas. Matthew Cedillo, Axtell. Stephanie Segura, Carrollton. Courtney Sells, Adkins. Celine Sorto, Carrollton. Catherine Spangler, San Antonio. Robert Sparkman, Odessa. Ashley Schoenhart, Arlington. Jacob Sproul, Levelland. Christopher Stout, Cyprus. Marissa Stevens, Sugarland. Dustin Tallwater, North Richmond Hills. Alacia Taylor, Houston. Trevin Taylor, Fort Worth. Javier Torres Day, Lubbock. Camilo Valencia, Mexico City, Mexico. Madison Valdez, Hereford. Vanessa Valdez, Midland. Adriana Vargas, Amarillo. Jacob Vela, Dallas. Alec Viricola, Plano. Cody Wells, Lubbock. Chaston Well. This is the easiest name of the night, too. Chaston West, Rowlett. Some Wells. I'm not going to mess yours up, Lauren. Lauren West, St. Paul. John West Jr., Austin. Emily Wills, Lubbock. Colton Wolf, McKinney. Adrian Gearby, Houston. Kristen York, Wolforth. Stacey Lytle, Anson. Michael Justice, Waxahachie. Adam Luera, Pearland. Did we miss anyone? Does everyone have a ring that came to get a ring? Congratulations, everyone. It has been an honor to read your names tonight.
It is now my pleasure to take you on a tour of your class ring. The official class ring symbolizes significant achievement in your academic career at Texas Tech, and I want to congratulate each and every single one of you on this accomplishment. I want you to hold that box in your hand. Don't open it. Just hold the weight in your palm, feel it. Feel the heft. Feel the profundity of your academic experience at Texas Tech. This is the depth of your intellectual exploration. This is every word you wrote, every question you asked, every test you took, every concept that you mastered. In the many semesters you've been here, you've been building up to this moment, to understanding that the college degree is not just about the diploma, but about the things that cannot be printed on that piece of paper. The memories, the friendships, the possibilities. This time, please open your boxes and take out your rings. If we YouTube this, we could get some money on like the unboxing ceremony, right? Okay. There's gonna be fundraising. Okay. Don't put it on. I want you to take out your ring, and I want you to hold it in your hand. And I want you to take it a good hard look at it. I want you to look at it sparkle. I want you to look at the shine. I want you to admire the glow. That's the breadth of your university experience at Texas Tech. That's every late night you spent studying with your roommates. That's every game you cheered at with pride and honor. That's walking across campus with the big West Texas skies above you and the beautiful Spanish Renaissance style buildings around you and the feeling of camaraderie, friendship, and community within the faculty, staff, and students. That gleam, that's the feeling of belonging that makes you a Red Raider. What I would like to do is take you on a tour of the iconic symbols represented on your ring by leading you on an imaginary journey through campus and your time here at Texas Tech. Guests who helped to fund this ring but don't actually have a ring in your hands, you may use your program to follow along on our journey around the ring. Think back with me to the first time you heard about Texas Tech University. Perhaps it was from a parent or a relative who attended Texas Tech. Maybe it was on TV while watching a sporting event. Or perhaps it was when you began looking at colleges and browsing through college catalogs. Think back to the first time you walked across campus and thought, this could be home. This is your school. This is your community. This is Texas Tech, scarlet and black, double T, Red Raider proud. I want you to look with me now at the top of your ring. Whether you have a traditional ring or a signet ring, the iconic double T sits prominently on top. And there is no other symbol more associated with Texas Tech than that double T. And although no one has ever claimed credit for the design, historic documents date the first appearance to 1926 when it showed up on some sweaters made for the football team. The double T represents the foundation of our university as Texas Technological College, as well as the university we have grown to become. And inscribed around that raised double T is our official name, Texas Tech University, with 2 separate stars and the date of our founding, 1923. It was then when the Texas legislature decided that rather than a branch campus of Texas A&M University, we'll dodge that bullet, an entirely new university would better serve the needs of the West Texas region. And on February 10th, 1923, Texas Governor Pat Neff signed the legislation creating Texas Technological College. And in July of that year, a committee began searching for a location for the school. When the members of the committee visited Lubbock, they were overwhelmed to find that residents were lining the streets to show support for the idea of hosting that institution. And that August, Lubbock was chosen on the first ballot over other area towns including Floydada, Plainview, and Sweetwater. Now I want you to turn your rings to the left. And our journey around campus begins. I want you to picture yourself standing at the Broadway entrance to campus, and directly in front of you sits the large granite university seal designed in 1924 by campus master planner William Ward Watkin. And that's the same seal that you find engraved on your ring. This seal first appeared on Texas Tech diplomas in 1948, but was not officially approved as a seal of Texas Tech University until 1953. I want you to take a really close look at it. President Horn, who was truly a global visionary when it came to our foundation and early years, selected 5 symbols inside the seal that he believed were the 5 great institutions of a democracy. In the upper left quadrant on the shield is a book representing church. In the lower left quadrant is a key symbolizing home. In the upper right quadrant is the star, the symbol for the state. And in the lower right quadrant is the lamp of learning representing school. And these elements are separated by 10 cotton balls representing industry, as well as Lubbock and its surrounding 9 cotton-producing counties. And sitting atop all of this is an American eagle, our national bird. And the shield is surrounded by the inscription, Texas Tech University. Now I want you to walk with me down Amon G. Carter Plaza, past the fountains, past where the Christmas tree sits during the Carol of Lights, past the statue of Will Rogers and Soap Suds wrapped in red on game days, and into the center of campus to Memorial Circle. And I want you to turn your rings to the right. And I want you to imagine physically turning to the right to look north, down the engineering key. And in the distance, you see Jones AT&T Stadium. And I want you to think back with me to the excitement of attending your first Texas Tech football game. And I want you to remember the first time you saw the Masked Rider lead the team out onto the field. I want you to remember that pride, that feeling when our warriors entered upon that football field. I want you to remember the first time you heard the Matador song. I want you to remember the first time you saw Cliff Kingsbury. Just want to make sure you're paying attention. Okay. Back to the Masked Rider. I want you to remember the first time you saw the Masked Rider riding out onto that field with the flag flying behind it, with the sounds of the bells, with the sounds of our Matador song, with our pride, with our honor, with our glory. It is still one of the most dramatic entrances for college football. On the right side of your ring, you will see an image of this beloved mascot. And that symbol is no stranger to you. But perhaps you aren't aware of its history. In 1936, the same year that Arch Lamb founded the Saddle Tramps as a male spirit organization, a Ghost Rider appeared at the beginning of a home football game with the Arizona State Lumberjacks. Resplendent in a scarlet and black cape and mask, the rider circled the field at the start of the game on a palomino and then galloped off to the amazement of the crowd. And it wasn't until 1954, in Tech's appearance in the Gator Bowl, that Joe Kirk Fulton, with red cape and mask, borrowed a black horse into the Gator Bowl stadium to the utter astonishment of the crowd. And the football team was evidently inspired by this Masked Rider, as Tech went on to pummel Auburn 35-13 that day. And so the tradition was fixed. To this day, Texas Tech retains the scarlet and black caped Masked Rider on a black horse. Now, using your imaginations, I want you to turn with me now to face the administration building. And it was one of the first structures built on campus more than 9 decades ago. And the building was architecturally designed in the Spanish Renaissance style, with ornate carvings, archways, and its Spanish-style roof. And one of the main features of this building is its twin bell towers. The one on the west that houses the carillon bells that you hear ringing out musical melodies, and the one on the east that houses the 2 victory bells. And if you look behind the Masked Rider on your ring, you will see the engraving of the East Bell Tower. The victory bells, which together weigh about 1,200 pounds, were first rung in 1936 after a win over TCU. And the legend goes that the bells rang all through the night and kept all of the citizens of Lubbock awake. So now we limit ourselves to 30 minutes. But because we love hearing those bells ring, we keep ringing them because we have an award-winning chess team. We have a basketball team that goes to the Elite 8. We have a national pom squad. We have a national meat judging team. We have winners and scholars and artists and dancers, and we continue to ring those bells, and those bells will ring for you all tonight. We have with us on the stage Saddle Tramp Zachary Williams, who will now physically run over to the bell tower as quickly as he can. He will climb 106 steps, and he will ring those victory bells. I want you to look with me now to the inside of your rings, and there you will find the words, "Strive for Honor," from the Matador song. And what is most compelling, what is most moving to me about these words is that it's not a motto. It's not a slogan. It is, in fact, a call to action. To strive is to continually, every day, in every way, in every decision, to choose honor. It is a recognition that you are not Red Raiders simply because you graduate from this university, but because you have decided to accept the charge to continue being Red Raiders each and every single day of your lives, from the day you set foot on this campus to the day that you leave. That every moment is a moment to strive for honor, to live with integrity, to dream of utopia, to fight to better the human condition. Strive for honor, not just yours, not just your own, ours, together. Below that, you'll find your personalized inscription that is unique only to your ring. And this inscription is your identifier. If your ring is ever lost, the honest finder can return it to you by contacting the Alumni Association or the Balfour Company. The bottom of your ring, so you can feel it pressed against your hand always, reminding that you always have a home, is a double T tied with a decorative band. As you travel across Lubbock, across the state, around the country, or even around the world, your ring serves as a symbol of honor, and you use your ring to bear your banner far and wide. Okay, now here's the big moment. Don't put it on yet. I want you to hold that ring one more time in your hand, and I want you to feel its weight one more time. I want you to look into the depth of the double T, and I want you to think about what your time at Texas Tech has meant to you, and how much more it will hold for you in the future. I want you to turn around and I want you to take a look at the friends and family who have brought you all along this way. And I want you to thank them. Clap your hands, make some noise. Because now not only do you have your friends and family supporting you, you also have Texas Tech University supporting you every single step of the way. You may now put on your rings. Remember that that double T will face you until graduation day, and you will graduate. Remember that until that day, on that day, President Skuvanek will ask you to turn your rings so the double T faces outward. And when you do, I want you to sing that Matador song with the most immense pride, because you are now and forever will be proud Red Raiders. Congratulations.
I'd invite you to stand as we conclude this program with the Matador song. This is the student alumni group coming on stage. That concludes our program. Thank you very much.